hello, hello. Hi there. If you guys are here and you want to chat with me, be sure that you are logged into Ustream. Hello, I see some beautiful people in the room. Hello, Arnett. Hello, Miss Miko. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Anita. Hello, Shady66. Hi, Pam and Shirley and Barb. Well, thank you, SRD273. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Oh, excuse me. Hi, hi, hi. I'm terrible. I usually gesso my pages. You guys are going to get to watching me gesso tonight because I haven't gessoed yet. Woo! Cold. Hello, Sharon. Yeah, so Miko, Miss Tamiko, I know it is some freezing, crazy weather in Chicago, like below 1 degree or something like that. Cool, great, Anita. Glad that you're here. Yes, Miss Kyla. It's my buddy. Hello. I think that's Roberta. So I'm having a crazy day. Not going, look, this is so funny. Okay, so the other day, like it's been cold to me here in Georgia. For Georgia, it's been cold. And so my husband comes home. I don't know if it was Tuesday maybe or Monday. He's like, did we get any mail? I'm like, I do not know. I did not go outside. I'm not going outside. I don't care about the mail. Ain't nothing in the mailbox I gotta have right now. So not going outside. And then my mama calls asking if I had on my long johns or whatever. And I'm like, are you kidding? I'm in the house. I'm not opening the door for anybody. Somebody was knocking at the door that does our pest control. But the pest control we have, which I love, it is the best thing ever. It's called Pest Ban, so they don't have to come into your house. So they service your house 40 times a year, and all they have to do is they hook the pest stuff up to your house. It's outside, and it will, because we had our house built. So there are tubes that go through our walls, and they just shoot the stuff in, and you can hear the tubes popping inside of the walls. But that does the pest control, you know, for bugs or anything. And we've been in this house for 10 years. Never a bug problem. So happy. Love it. I didn't care. They came to knock on the door to say, we're here to do your service, your quarterly service. And I was like, I looked, I saw them out the window. I'm like, whatever, they going to do the service. I'm not opening the door. It's too cold. Yes, yes, yes. Anita, it is the best thing ever. I think all houses should have it, you know. So there you have it. All right, so it's 7:59, and of course my phone is ringing, and it's my girlfriend, but I'm not gonna answer it. She could just leave me a message. You guys have to excuse me because my phone is in here with me tonight, and I will leave it in here. It usually is because people can text me, but you may have seen my post on Facebook. My brother, I have an older brother, and I hope I don't start crying, but my older brother is missing. He has been missing for about 2 weeks. We don't know. We haven't heard from him. It's very unusual for his daughter, my mom, and his best friend to have not heard from him. He's not at his house. He hasn't been there, sleeping there. So we don't know where he is. So I posted my phone number so people may call me. So I'm leaving my phone here, and hopefully, you know, I would love for someone to call and give me an answer, but so if I interrupt the broadcast, I do apologize, but that's really important, so my phone is near. thank you, Anita. Your, you know, any good thoughts, prayers, wishes, whatever you believe in, send them our way so that we just hope he's okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and change the angle. Thank you of my camera and gesso my pages. Show you what I'm going to use, gesso my pages, and we're going to get started. Because everybody knows that I'm trying to do this within an hour. I usually am like an hour and 15 minutes, but I'm trying to do it in an hour. I don't know about you guys, but tonight is the premiere of Empire, and I really, really, really want to see it at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to try to finish at 9 o'clock. All right, here we go. And I need to, this phone is, I mean not this phone, my camera, you have to excuse me as I fix and figure out where it's gonna go. There. I think that's good. There. Oh. Give myself a little bit more room. There, that looks good. Thank you, love. Back to you. Thank you. These stamps, I know, this is so funny. My girlfriend was actually getting rid of some stuff, right? And I saw the post on her board. I saw it, and I saw these stamps. She's like, oh, I'm purging. And she just had this whole big old thing of stuff she was purging. And I saw these stamps. And I was like, if you're purging those stamps, put those stamps right in my hand. And she happens to work at the same office as my husband. So maybe 2 days later, he came home with the stamps. Yay! So grateful. All right, so tonight, for 2015, you guys know that I like to follow the prompts in Journal 52. It's just nice and easy for me to follow those prompts and do, you know, it gives me something clear to focus on. Something clear to focus on. So I'm going to follow the prompts in Journal 52. This year I decided that I'm going to do my pages in a smash book. The papers are really cool. They're rather thick. I don't know how this is going to work, but I just decided that I will gesso over my pages or leave them as is and just paint over them. I think it will be fun. They have these quite often at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls for like $3.99. So, and this is not the large book. This is the smaller book that's probably 8 by 10 or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to work on my page in this like landscape instead of portrait. So like tonight I'm going to do my first page here. So I'm working like this instead of the normal portrait way. Okay, so that way if you're doing a 2-page spread, you can do it the same way. So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm planning to use stencils. I'm planning to use light modeling paste or molding paste. I've got some rub-ons here that I want to use. I've got my ink tints. I'm actually probably going to switch to I might switch to my bigger box of ink tints. And I have the stamps. I have to just also share you. You know what, Vicki? I don't know, but since they're double-sided, there are enough to do Journal 52. It might be like 35 or 40. I counted them, but I forgot. Yes, I forgot. Let me admit that. So I got this, the big old 72 box of ink tints, and I'm so excited about it because I only paid $35 for it through Amazon. And I must admit, the week before I ordered these on Amazon, I bought the set of 24 with a 40% off discount, and they were $29. So I took that back, and then I got this box for $35. So for $6 extra, I went from 24 ink tints blocks to 72. What a deal! Woohoo! Yay me! All right. put the gesso on the page. You all know me. I am not what you would consider to be a neat crafter. I'm putting gesso on and I'm going to spritz it with water and I'm just going to spread it with my fingers. I love that. I used to paint it on, but I see no purpose in that. No point in painting it on when I have fingers. And boy, oh boy, did I use a lot of gesso, which is good because it provides a pretty decent coverage. And I'm not going to worry, you know how I am about the entire page being covered. The edges showing adds character and fun to the creation. Alright, and for those of you who know me, I keep my baby wipes handy. Yeah, it was a great deal. Yes, yes, yes. So there you have it. I have used my wonderful fingers. Oh. And I'm going to use my heat tool and warm and dry my gesso. I hope that all of you have gone to the blog and picked up like a list of supplies that I'll be using, as well as our color scheme. I love to give you all a color scheme just in case you decide you want to create with me in the same colors that I am creating. You can still see the pattern below here, but I think that's kind of cool. It's going to make each page unique. And as I paint over it, you may not see it, but for now you can. It's getting drier, I promise. Alright, so next I'm going to check my color scheme because I don't even remember. I know yellow was a part of it. I think blue and turquoise or something like that. So let me check my color scheme. I have it on my cell phone. I always make sure to take a picture of it so that while I'm creating with you all, I can have it available. So that's the color scheme. It's like a turquoise, a olive green, a golden, fuchsia, and red. So I probably can get those colors out of my 12. Let's see. So, yep, I think so. That looks kind of olivey and turquoise. Yep. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to color sort of just like this. Sort of just blocks like this. I'm going to color blocks down and with my ink tints, and then I'm going to add a yellow brick road. How about that? Yes, 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 yes. Alright? So literally, if you've used the ink tints, you know how awesome they are. You just color with them and then you use your water to spread. And this is probably more green than I want it to be, but that's cool. We're going to work with it. And this looks not olivey, but gray. We're going to work with it. All gonna be beautiful and colorful and wonderful. Yes, yellow brick road. Tonight we are doing pathways, and the pathways are like pathways to your future, maybe your word of the year, goals, things of that nature. So I just am going in the same color as or form or shape or whatever, the same way that the color palette is going. I want my colors to be kind of vibrant, so I'm coloring a lot. and I'm right on time with the rest of the country. I just thought the Yellow Brick Road would be fun. I mean, you know, we are all about the Wizard of Oz. We've all seen it. Most of us love it. And it's funny, you can see the pattern of the gesso because I just use my fingers, and I actually think it's awesome. You know me, I think mistakes are just nothing but another way to make art. I don't get too freaked out about it. I just keep on creating and just see what we come up with. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll do that. Alright, so now I just need a paintbrush. And I got like a zillion, but I don't see the size I really want to use. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so I always just dip my paintbrush in water. And I typically start with the lightest color first and work my way through the darkest. Alright, so then you just take, you know, once you've used your Inktense blocks, you can blend them, you can make washes with them, or you can just color as I've colored and spread them. Then I just dip it. And I always dab my paintbrush on a paper towel or something. As you see it right here, you can see it moving. There's a paper towel here so that it's not excess water. And then you can blend. Like as the colors come together, you can blend. It always creates some pretty funky color. Love that. Love these colors. Oh. You know me, I just love color. So you get a bunch of colors on a piece of paper for me and I'm just happy as can be. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I can't help it. I just so kind of crazy when in love with color. I'm going to go with this one next. I don't think I dabbed it in the on my towel as I usually do, so that's got a little bit of water to it, the top. But that's okay. We're making art. Yeah, that is a pretty one, right? And this I think is, well, nope, it is olive, which is what I wanted it to be. So that's awesome. And I love how that just blends over to the next color. Yes, love, love, love. Gonna dry just a little bit here. This paper seems to be holding up pretty well. Hey, Cindy. Well, I put gesso on the bottom, but I haven't tried it to activate it, but that's something I can try next. Yes. And see what happens, or mix them with gesso or some medium. So for those of you that are just coming in, I did just on my page, I am using a smash book. And the paper is rather thick in here, and I am really happy so far with how the paper is holding up. It's awesome. Alright, so now I am going to do one of my absolute favorite things. I cannot help myself. It's something that I love to do, and I'm going to do it tonight, and that is take a little bit of gesso, put it at the bottom, just a little down at the bottom. I'm going to spritz it with water, and then I'm going to brayer it across my page. Favorite thing to do. I just love it. Or using colors. Sometimes I want to use colors. Sometimes I just want to use white. Favorite thing to do. Love doing that. There. I just love how that looks. Yay. So tonight we are working on pathways, and I said we will be following the yellow brick road, and you're supposed to think about, or at least when I saw this prompt, you know, they talked about maybe your word of the year or something you want to achieve or do, and my word of the year is freedom. So I got these cool rub-ons, and I decided I was going to use the F. So I'm going to use this F, and I think I'm going to put it here at the end here, and then I'm going to have a yellow brick road coming from it because it's going to be leading to freedom. So I'm going to put F, and then I'm going to write the word freedom, and then we'll do some stuff all around the page, make some cutesy stuff. So I don't know which F I want to use. I kind of like this F, only because I'm thinking of freedom and the space being open and free, and it representing freedom since it doesn't have all the black in the center. So I gotta cut it from the sheet, and I'm going to try to cut it and leave the bottom one attached. I know that sounds crazy, but you'll see. I can make it happen. Uh-oh. And stop trying to cut through the ring. So I'm trying to be gentle. There we go. So see, my other F stays attached. And I'm going to put it there. Hey, Miss Margaret. Hey, Candy J. Yeah, this is Liquitex gesso. Someone actually gave me the clear gesso recently, which I have not used yet. So that'll be fun to try soon as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add my F, write the word freedom, and then we are going to paint and add the yellow brick road. And I'll be using some modeling paste or molding paste, whatever you want to call it. People call it both. Same thing, molding paste or modeling paste. And my stencil. Hello, Margaret. Oh, the beginning, we gessoed. We added 5 colors that were from our color palette. And then I used a little bit more gesso, spritzed it with water, and braided across the colors. Now I just added the F, which was a rub-on, and I'm going to write the word freedom. So you guys know I love using my own handwriting, so that's what I'm going to do now. And then I'm going to paint a little yellow, use yellow acrylic and paint a little strip across here. I'm going to add the yellow brick road. How about that? Hello, Roberta. Is that one use the letter? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. You'll have to say that to me a different way, Roberta. Okay, so I'm writing freedom here. And I love using my own handwriting. Alright, I know I'm quiet. When I write, I get a little quiet, so excuse me. I don't know why. I feel like I think I might be concentrating. I don't know. Because I'm always scared I'm going to mess up the word since, you know, since I'm writing and using my handwriting. So there. Just so you can see it. So I wrote freedom. Okay? Alright, so let's see. It's 8:23. I'm determined we're going to be done at like 8:55. Yes, I'm going to try this new bright yellow Deco Art Americana tonight. I'm going to grab one of my old junky plates. You guys know how I roll. I throw my paint on these plates instead of palettes, although I do have a palette, and I'm going to use it tonight for mixing my modeling paste, modeling paste. This is brand new, so I'm shaking it up and opening it up. Put a little bit on this amazing colorful plate. And I'm just going to use my fingers. And this is my yellow brick road, but right now it's just a yellow road. Need a little more. Oh, it did. American Idol starts tonight. So you watch all the tryouts and everything? It's so funny because I used to watch it, you know, like nobody's business, and then I stopped wanting to watch the tryouts, but would watch it once they chose. You know, once they had their singers or once they've gotten so far along into the season. I'm not the biggest TV watcher. My husband usually chooses what we're going to watch, and I just sit down and watch whatever. I do Journal 52 for this. I use Journal 52. And I do want to let everyone know, if you guys are not in my Embrace Your Art Daily group on Facebook, we are doing daily prompts, which I find to be awesome. Hey, Aisha! I'm having an awesome time with that, so I hope that you are joining me with that as well. Alright, so I'm going to dry this a little and then add another layer. yellow, just using my fingers. See, and you can see it getting thicker. I just love using my fingers, and I don't know if it's because it makes you feel like a kid when you're creating or what the deal is. It just makes me happy. And there's something about not needing to clean up all the paint brushes all the time too. I used to I still do scrapbook. I just don't scrapbook as much as I used to. But it's so funny because I used to always say I was a lazy scrapper because I didn't like stamping and I didn't like cutting with the Cricut because I always felt like, ugh, if I got a stamp, I got to clean up the stamps. I just want to make my page and be done with it. I don't want to have to do all this prep of a Cricut and cutting paper and peeling it off and blah, 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 blah. So I guess I'm sort of a lazy cracker sometimes too. Because I don't want to have to do all of that cleaning up. This is just for the birds. I just want to create. Can someone please send me over like a crafty maid that just sits around and cleans up as I mess up? Cool, Arlene. Hello. Hey, Maria. That's okay. The prompts are there. If you don't start from the beginning, you guys join in wherever you feel like. If you skip prompts if you want, if you hate the prompt, make up a new prompt, put all the prompts on one page. I just want people to encourage people to create more. And I know for me, the prompts help me to create more because I sit down and I don't know what I feel like creating. But the prompts give me a starting point. So I love it. That's right. Take your time. Pretty good. Pretty good. Again, this paper is really holding up nicely. I'm loving this. I love how this looks. I don't know. I always say that and I'm always like, do you love it? Can you see it? I just love how it looks. With the F ending at the end of the row, that is some awesomeness. Alright, so now I'm going to grab a paint palette from over here in my little space somewhere. The wind outside sounds ridiculous. Oh my God. And then you know how it just kind of shakes up your house. It's crazy. Alright, so I have my paint palette here. And basically what I'm going to do, a tray here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some... I'm sorry, my eyes are, excuse me. I'm going to add some of this molding paste to it. And then I'm going to add some of my beautiful yellow paint to it. And don't know if that's going to be enough. I might have to mix some more, but that's all that's going to fit right now. And so when you're adding your paint, you don't want to get too crazy with it because the paint is liquid and it's gonna make this liquidy, but you don't want this to get too thin. So don't get crazy with the amount of paint that you add. Add a little at a time and then you can add some more if you feel like you can afford to and the thickness hasn't changed drastically. See, I didn't even add that much, but the color is great. And it stayed thick enough. So now if you want to add more, you can. But just again, don't let your modeling paste get too thin. So I'm going to add just a dab more because I just want it to be a little bit more color in that. I could have mixed over there because that would have given me a bigger space, but no big deal. You know me, that's gonna be like my favorite saying, no big deal, right? Well, a smash book it's a journal, but it's really called a smash book. So this is a smash book, and it's probably a journal has thinner pages. So smash books that are actually the Smash Book brand, the pages are actually patterned, and they're pretty thick. The thickness of them is nice. Most journals that I buy don't have thick pages, so you can actually create on these pages as they are. I'm going to be covering mine, and it has pattern papers. It comes with the pen. The thickness is nice. It is a brand, so you can use a journal. I just decided to use my Smash Book because I wasn't using it for scrapbooking. And the paper looks a little warpy, but I don't care because it's still solid. It hasn't bled through or anything like that. So I'm liking that so far. Alright. Alright. So now I'm going to get my stencil here. And there are a couple of things you might want to do if you're using a stencil. And I hope that I have some Post-it notes around here. One of the things that I like to do if I'm using a stencil is you can put your stencil down and you can use your Post-it note to hold it in place or to cover space where you don't want any color to go. So I can do this to hold it in place because I also don't want my modeling paste to go on the outside of my stencil. So that helps you to cover those spaces. And then I can actually cover up these holes at the bottom where I don't want my modeling paste to go. They're at TJ Maxx, yes, TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and they're like $3.99. And I think they have both sizes for $3.99. So then you just go ahead and spread on. And my Yellow Brick Road, I'm noticing that my paint color is definitely darker than I made my modeling paste. But I'm good with that. You know me, I just am creating. And I don't want to create a headache for myself, or I'm not into perfection. So I just keep moving through my process. And you put it on as thickly or as thinly as you want it. And my stencil's not flush. It has a bubble in it or something. So I hope that this doesn't leave too much popping under the stencil. And then I just kind of scrape over the top to get the excess off. And then you want to pull it up easily. So you can remove your Post-it notes first and then gently pull it up. Ta-da! Love, look at that, Yellow Brick Road. It's awesome. Love. Alright, so then I am going to wipe it off and start on the next row. And I wipe it off just because I don't want to get the paint everywhere, the modeling paste everywhere as I go to the next part. And this is going going to be a little, it won't be, I could try to dry it a little. I'm going to put a little heat on it. And I do see where I got some modeling paste outside, but I could just pick that right up. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep on. I want my bricks to be a little bit closer, but I guess I don't, if they're not, that's not a big deal because I can't just lay this on. It's kind of drying. I don't want to just lay it on top of those other ones and smush them maybe. We'll see. Alright, so I could... I almost want to do like this. So I'm going to try that. I put it over there and I hope that that works. And I'm going to use my Post-it notes again. See how this works? I'm going to need to mix some more for my next row though. I'm going to have to mix some more for my next row, but that's not a big deal. I don't know how this row is going to turn out because my stencil is kind of popped up. But we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Yellow brick roll that's not perfect. It's awesome. Let's see what this looks like. That looks just got two funky bricks. But the yellow brick roll probably isn't perfect, right? So that's what I'm just smoothing out a couple of the bricks. Got some broken bricks. Alright, so looks like we're going to need to mix just a little bit more of the modeling paste and the acrylic paint before we do our next row, and then we'll be done with this part of the page. Awesomeness! And I think I only got one more set of bricks to make. So I won't add as much modeling paste this time. Yep, no one has a perfect path anyway. That's why I said whatever, a couple of broken bricks. That's fine. fine. Yep. Be nice if the path was perfectly smooth, but we know that it's not how it goes. Alright. Yay! That looks about the same color. And let me grab my stencil. Maybe I'll dry just a little. I just love this stuff. I love this stuff. This is cool. Alright, so now I'm going to try again to place this sort of over some of the bricks. There we go. And I'm just going to wing it this time. Since we're at the end. Okay, that one is a 773 number. You guys, please excuse me as I answer this. Hello? Yeah. Nothing much. You know, Hilton, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of recording a class live. I'm going to call you back when I'm done. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Alright, thank you. That's a friend. I know he's calling to check on my brother. Like you guys know that my brother is missing. And that is like a very old dear friend. So I know that he is just calling to say what's going on. We get, you know, we got a lot of calls of the what's going on. But not a lot of, hey, we've seen your brother. So, excuse me for that. You know, that's really important. Or it's really important. So, my phone is by me, it is on, and when I see a number from Chicago, it makes me want to answer it. I didn't know who it was until I heard his voice, so. Love. Alright, so there. Now, one of the things that you want to do is when you use modeling paste is get it off of your stencil and get it out of your, you know, off of your tools, out of your tray, because modeling paste dries hard. So I'm going to take a second just to wipe. And what I'm going to do, one of the things that someone taught me, which is really awesome, is like when you're doing things like this and you're live and you don't have time to clean, you can put your stencil on a wet surface. So it's now sandwiched between two. There's the phone again. I'll just let it ring. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to answer it. Hello? Yes? Yes? Hey Winston, how you doing, dear? I'm doing well. I am actually in the middle of recording. Can I call you back? Okay, I'll call you back shortly. Thank you. Bye-bye. Alright, sorry about that. You guys know again my situation tonight. Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. So there's our yellow brick road. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Margaret, for your prayers. I really hope that we hear some good news tonight. It's been 2 weeks, and that's just sad and, overwhelming. And the outpouring of love has been wonderful and overwhelming. All right. I am going to get this out. I need to get it out of my tray, so I'm just going to get it out so that it's not a hard mess in the morning, because once I finish recording, I don't know, might forget all about it. I try to clean up when I'm finished, but something, like one night, I always clean up, and then the next day I came in here and I had left the water, I left so many things, and I was like, what in the world was I doing? I thought I cleaned up. That's what happens when you don't like to clean up. Do I love it? Yep, I love it, I love it, I love it. Do you think I love it? Cool, that's awesome. Alright, I am burning up in here. It's so cold outside. We got the heat turned up. I'm sweating, Lord. I don't know if it's me or is it my age. Having a hot moment. Y'all know what it is. Alright, so next I think I'm going to dry just a little bit more. Then I'm going to doodle some lines and add some stamps around the page and some words. Alright, so now it's time, we've got the good base of our page. Now you just want to play and have fun. I'm going to doodle some lines where I can. And I have to tell you, one of the things that I love about my Inktense blocks is that, and I'm just doodling lines, I don't want them to be straight. I want them to be just as crooked and funky and wavy, and that's perfectly fine with me. One of the things that I like about my Inktense is that I actually can write with with whatever, all of my pens on the Inktense. I love it. That just has sealed the deal for me. That makes me love them even more. So I am just doodling and playing in different places around my bricks, and you can do the same if you've got bricks or whatever you've got. And I like to just scribble, so you'll see me just scribble and do things like that. I just like that kind of stuff. It's just cool to me. Okay, so on my yellow brick road, on my way to getting to my freedom, there are some things that are important to me, like consistency, persistence, perseverance, dedication, motivation, inspiration, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to write those words on my page. And then I'm going to stamp around the page too. So I'm just writing them anywhere because they are along my journey. And I encourage you to write words that are important to you to get to your goal or whatever you have going on this year. consistency, persistence, motivation, faith. Faith is huge. Gotta have faith. Gotta believe that you're gonna get there. Alright, so what I'm also going to do before I even finish that is I'm just going to stamp a little because I can continue writing off screen. You don't need to watch me just write. But let's get some cute stamps on this page. I've got some cute stamps that I really like in here. And I'm just looking at them. Like this one here, I love, but I don't think it's gonna fit how I think. Or maybe I'm gonna grab my block and see if we could do something with it. I just saw it. Here it is. And just stamp some cute stamps all around your page, wherever you want them to go. Yeah, see, it's so nice that so many people are reaching out. I keep getting notes of people just saying, have you heard anything yet? It just really kind of sucks to sit around waiting and wondering. Alright, so stamping around the page wherever you like, adding some yumminess. I love this stamp, so I'm going to stamp it again somewhere. Love it. Love that stamp. Don't you love that stamp? That's pretty. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to move on because I don't want to keep y'all here all night long. And it is 8:54! So I'm going to add a few more stamps around the page. I picked this little circle, this fun circly one. Ah, how cute is that? That's cute. And I just like to stamp wherever, you know. Stamp off the edge, stamp in the center, just stamp. Just have fun with your stamps. Stamping in a variety of places. Alright, let's see. Oops, this one doesn't want to come off the paper. It's kind of fun and funky. I'm going to show it to you after I put some ink on it so that you can see it. Alright, so I'm going to stamp this one in a couple of places. Where do I want this one to go? I got to answer that in a few minutes. I'll call that person back in just a few minutes. Alright. There, love that right there. And I'm going to write some more words on here. Alright, Stamping, stamping, stamping. Just having some fun with stamps now. And if you know me, then you're also going to know that I am not typically a stamper, like a person who's going to stamp a whole lot. But I am going to get a couple of stamps in here. I like this cute little circle stamp. So I'm just going to stamp this one a couple times in a row. Yes, I like. Oop, I didn't mean to get my word, but I did. Alright, so just adding some stamps around the page. I'm so glad you love it. Thank you so much. And then I think I'm going to do one more stamp. And I'm going to be done with, I think I'll be done with stamping. I love these. These just making me smile. I'm like, look at these cute stamps. Oh my God, look at how cute those are. I think you guys are going to see these again. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop stamping. I don't know. I almost feel like I want to keep stamping. What you think? More stamps? Ugh. One more. And then I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop stamping. I swear. Just feel like I needed a stamp there. Oh, isn't that an awesome stamp? Stamp off the edge here. Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. Alright, so now I am going to finish writing off screen. You guys don't need to see me keep writing my words on here. I will write some more words off screen. I will continue that, and then I will post this on my blog, so you will see it there tomorrow. But this is what it looks like. I just like to go trace over my words to make them more prominent, and I'll probably add a couple of more words, and it will be done. And knowing me, I might add some shading on a couple of circles, maybe. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to say good night, because I am done outside as far as I'm concerned, other than finishing my words. So there we have it. That is our page for tonight. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers. I will be updating people on Facebook should we hear anything, but for now we haven't. And it's gonna be a long night. So anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for creating with me. Please join me in the Embrace Your Art Daily group for the Embrace Your Art 365 challenge. And you can share your page from tonight there or in the Art Party Wednesdays group. I really am happy that you all joined me. Thank you so much. Have an amazing night. Keep creating. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers. Muchas smooches. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Bye.